How's it going? This is Odd.
Hey, it's Red here.
And Mal.
And you're about to listen to our podcast. I'm just going to give you a heads up. Probably not the greatest for having your kids around.
Nope.
We are a 18-plus podcast, and we would appreciate if you would take that into consideration, as we honestly have horrible mouths. And obviously,
influences will ruin your life.
Yeah.
Right. Obviously, by what our name is, we are the Ganja People.
And I was smoking during this intro.
Hey, I'm Odd.
I'm Red.
And I'm Mal.
And we are the
Ganja
Ganja People. How's it going, our Ganja People out there?
Hey.
This is Odd. And
Mal.
And Red.
And Red. And this is our first episode of Ganja People.
How's it going?
How's it been? I know it's not.
So we haven't started smoking for the evening. We're about to. In the event that you're about to start smoking as well, we're going to start off with having what we call the green hit. So we're each going to take a hit off our pipe. Currently, we're using what we call Dave. He looks like a...
He's like a little octopus.
Well, he looks kind of like a turtle. I mean, like, this is his head, and like a little shell with an octopus on top of it.
Oh, you're talking about the shape of the
yeah.
bowl.
Yeah, like the shape of a bowl is like a turtle
It
almost.
kind of is, with an octopus right on his back. It's like he's kind of floating across the sea on a sea turtle.
And I mean, he's, of course, dirty as shit. So, I mean, he looks beautiful, though, because he's a color changer. We don't know what kind of pieces that you have, but we have some pretty interesting ones ourselves. Tonight, we are smoking out of what we call Dave. And the strain that we're smoking is Jack here. Green hit. Give it a go, Mal. She's like, I'm just going to hit this on the edge.
Yeah.
So
that everybody can have some green. Duh.
That's respectable.
It's always funny to me because I honestly don't see any difference in the green hit from a regular hit to me. I mean, you get more of the flavor of the actual ganja itself or weed.
That's what people like, and you don't get the burnt flavor that you get as you're smoking farther in.
I don't really care.
Yeah, you
I'm not
definitely
finicky.
I can tell you there's a difference usually, but...
Plus, it's just kind of a stoner's time-honored tradition. Like, the green hit is cherished. I don't know why, it just is.
I usually pass it around to my friends because they always like, when you're smoking with me and I give you a green hit, you've made it because... That means I respect you enough to actually let you get it first. You know what I mean?
Actually, so with us, usually you have like a solid 8 green hits. Because we properly smoke of the ganja, which we pull our light to our ganja. And if you don't, you need to learn how to do it.
You're burning way too much extra stuff.
I always like to take the extra time, and I'll sometimes doodle in it, make half of it look like a peace sign. I'll get some,
You're the epitome of keep it creative, huh?
Yeah.
Being creative. We've always just smoked out of, whatever pieces that we have available. We have many pieces ourselves, like I said. And Red has plenty of pieces, and or has had plenty of pieces that he's traded and whatnot.
I've probably brought over easily 50 different pieces.
I say you probably have 4 times as many pieces.
He probably has at least 10 chillums.
Yeah, I got...
Just chillums.
Right now I got 7 chillums.
5... No, he's got 7.5 chillums.
Yeah. So I got about 7 chillums, 5 bongs, and I couldn't even tell you how many actual pipes I've had because actually over the weekend I busted one. So that's whatever it is, -1. I don't sound like I'm having a big deal about the pipe breaking, but I mean, it was a big deal. You could ask Mal and Odd here. There was 3 days later, I was like, guys, I feel my pipe just
so
cold. It's dying on the floor where I left it.
On the floor where I left it.
Wait, you broke it and then just left it there?
I had to, because I didn't want to look at it. It was 11 at night. I was at the train. I was at the box. That is this nice little shed.
You don't have kids.
He's like, I'll just leave the little glass shards sitting there. I don't want to look at them.
No, I didn't want to pick them up. I didn't want to acknowledge the fact that my favorite pipe just broke.
Aww.
Right.
I really didn't want to acknowledge that fact. And the person I was smoking with, I even told him, I was like, we're leaving, and I'm never coming back to this spot. I'm never, and this is one of these spots that are like not even 500 yards from my house. So I just
well, you better
killed
start
that.
walking 501, buddy.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. So
right. To get back to where I was kind of getting at,
Right.
we aren't snobs when it comes to what kind of pieces that we have. We have one metal pipe. Metal ones aren't so common, but the metal one we have actually has a lid. This screws on, and you can actually smoke him with the lid on. I would not recommend it.
It's a bad idea.
Not easy, and you can't get your lid back off.
Yeah, I had
For like an hour.
yeah, because you gotta.
It took me 3 days to get it off last time.
So, we have one metal pipe, which we usually use for our travel pipe. His name is Meanie. He's kind of a dick. He hits super hard. He's never had anything smoked out of him besides, of course, ganja, because everyone knows when you smoke out of a metal pipe and you smoke something else out of it, you have that taste in it until you can clean it a few times. Let's be honest here, one-time cleaning is just not enough for them.
One of my friends had a pipe, and I swear he smoked tobacco in it, and I swear it never got out of it.
Oh, yeah.
It just tasted
Gross.
like tobacco every time you smoke. It tasted like a spiff, you know.
Listen,
I don't know if you guys
love
know
my
what a
cigarette.
spiff is.
A
but
spliff?
Yeah.
I know
Yeah,
what
yeah.
it is.
Where they just add tobacco and weed together.
A half and half
I
blunt
know. Okay,
and or
I've
cigarette.
heard of them, but I didn't know that's what they were called.
Other names I've heard them called are left-handed cigarettes, and
I love my cigarettes, but I really don't want to smoke my tobacco and my weed together.
I've heard it's really big in Australia, so that's where you would see it more.
Our buddy-
often.
Well, I'll
Our
have to
buddy
try it when we
Jules
go to
does
Australia
that.
someday.
Our buddy Jules does that, though. They'll have a spliff, her and Dave will.
Will they?
Yeah, oh yeah, a couple times. They brought spliffs out, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm all good on that.
Well,
because it's a
somebody
different
doesn't
kind of
smoke
high, they
cigarettes.
say, because you get a nicotine high as well as a
Weed high.
THC high, yeah.
And you're not a smoker personally, so you wouldn't enjoy that to begin with.
And you probably
Not the
shouldn't.
slightest,
I probably
actually.
should.
You quit smoking.
Yeah, 'cause I
I
quit smoking almost a year now. It'll be a year in April, so
Right? Yeah.
I'm pretty proud of that. You know, I have felt better. If I recommend to anybody who has smoked cigarettes and you want to kick it, just do it.
Yep. And then there's me. I still smoke.
I think it's more so you have it as a crutch.
Oh,
You
absolutely.
don't just smoke to get, like,
No, I smoke when I'm angry. I smoke when I'm
you
stressed.
smoke to get through the day.
I do. I smoke to survive motherhood. Just,
Oh, with your 3 kids, I swear.
Sometimes.
little fucking savages that they are.
So a fun fact is we don't actually smoke unless our kids are sleeping. I feel like that's probably the smartest way to do things as a parent. If you're smoking in front of your kid, you need to stop.
Yeah,
I don't
I don't
agree
agree with
whatsoever with
And
it.
we keep all our stuff in a bag that locks.
Yeah, a
So
locked
that they
bag
can't get into it.
that our kids cannot get into.
I know that
Because,
the only thing in there is weed. Like, that's because that's all we do. But
right.
they don't need to be getting into it.
No, I mean, we have an older child that's, not teenage or anything like that.
but
He's 9.
definitely curious.
But, yeah, like, he doesn't know that we
Curious.
smoke, for sure. Like, he definitely does not know that we smoke. I mean, there's been some slip-ups. Of course, you're going to have slip-ups. Find your way out of them for the time being.
I
But I definitely would
Lie
not.
your ass off.
I remember last summer when I was out here and we had a pipe laying on the table over there. And,
No, it was laying between us on the futon.
oh yeah, it was on the futon.
It fell out of my pocket.
And he came over and he looked at it and he was like, "What's that?" And we're just like, "Oh, it's art, man."
Yeah, I
piece of
looked at him
glass
like,
art.
that is glass art, buddy. He goes, why is there a hole in it? I'm like, well, they have to put it on the end of a metal rod to be able to make it. So that's what that hole's from. It's from that metal rod. He's like, that's so cool. And that was the end of it. I'm like,
Yeah,
thank
we're like-
God.
We were
Then,
like, never again. Don't let that happen again.
And then last summer, also, Mal's cousin, Zach, was staying with us for a few days because he was in town from a different state. And he was grinding up some on the porch, and the kids were napping or whatnot. So he thought it was all safe. I had went to the store. I come back, and our oldest son is on the porch talking to Zach as he's grinding up some weed. He's like, So he's like, so what's that? He's like, eucalyptus. Zach has had a heart problem since he was born. And he's had like 10 surgeries or probably even more on his heart. So he has a really wicked scar on his chest. and he told him it was the eucalyptus, and he had to grind down the leaves so that way he could use the oil out of it on his chest to help the scars.
Poor Zach panicked so hard.
I was pretty proud of him.
He did good.
It was definitely pretty damn good.
That's definitely a good way to get rid of it.
He did good. I'm proud of him too.
I personally, I don't have any kids, so I don't have to play that game so much. I get to smoke all day, you know, but that comes at the price of pricing.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, it's hard to tell what you guys pay for your weed and or ganja. Around where we're at, it's usually about $10 a gram right now.
And at the end of the day, with how much I smoke, that's definitely a high price.
Right?
I don't even want to throw a number to how much I smoke in a week, because I honestly don't know. I'm recovering from getting sick.
We can't afford to smoke.
Me and Mal right now, we try not to smoke more than a quarter every week and a half to 2 weeks. But lately, we've been smoking a quarter every, a little over a week, usually about 8 to 9 days. So, but we've had people out almost every week, a couple days a week. So, I mean, you know, you burn a little faster when, you know, your friend packs one, you pack one, you go through 4 or 5 pipes, and then you're like, well, shit, they're, you know, I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, 3 or 4 pipes get you through almost, almost a cut or,
not quite, but almost
3.9 G's. Yeah.
So, yeah, I was like, when John Boy's over here, I remember like all the time, just, you know, he packs one. I'm here, I gotta pack one too.
Summertime, we spend way too much time on this porch.
On the summertime, we probably smoke a cut a day. Honestly, between all of us.
Yeah,
there's usually a bunch of us all sitting out here, and we're just toking away.
Most Friday nights.
I don't even want to
think
about how much weed we went through on our big fire night or on our Friendsgiving, because
Friendsgiving was ridiculous.
So Friendsgiving, we're gonna save for another episode.
Yes,
because there's a whole lot of talking about Friendsgiving. I'm just saying.
Can we talk about Friendsgiving next episode?
We can. Next episode, you guys will hear about our first ever. And hopefully it'll be an annual thing, Friendsgiving.
I'm going to fight to make sure
it's an annual thing.
Awesome. Friendsgiving was insane. So,
however, this year the kids need to stay with you.
Be prepared for next week's Friendsgiving. To continue on with our show, we were talking about our Friendsgiving, which next week it'll be a really fun conversation because honestly, if you guys have never done a Friendsgiving, you really need to get on that shit this year. We were talking about maybe even doing a Friends Easter.
Yeah,
but I mean,
okay, but if we do a Friends Easter, we have to hide little bottles of alcohol.
yeah.
Or little nugs. Like a nug.
Oh, nugs.
Like
nugs
have a little nug in eggs.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Everybody bring a different strain and we'll all hide them in eggs.
Yeah, we'll talk definitely more about this. We'll get more ideas, too, from it, for sure.
Right? He's like, yes.
It's going to be a lot better for us.
So, speaking of strains, how about we go into what we're going to call the strain of the night. We're going to do that every week. Mr. Red next to me is going to do the honors.
Well, what we have here is Jack here. It is a sativa mix hybrid. It has the typical effects of, being focused and creative, but sometimes you're going to have cotton mouth. I mean, that's just usual for a lot of things. A lot of people do, but it is a thing. It is good,
She's like, speaking of.
But we do have, it does help with depression and anxiety. So if you're ever feeling anxious or you're a little down, it's definitely going to bring you up. And after smoking our first bowl, getting around on this second one, I mean, I'm feeling happy. Buddy. I'm ready.
I love this strain because I have depression, I have anxiety, and I'm a super creative person. So therefore, this strain is fabulous.
Oh, I'm sure. And I mean, fun facts about this stuff.
He's like, I don't know my fun facts.
I don't know my fun facts. I'm sorry. I'm cheating a little bit. But it has won the Cannabis Cup 14 different times. And it is a Hall of Famer. It has some notable awards. I'm seeing a bunch of top 10s here. And it makes sense because it has been the father strand of some other strands I've known pretty well of like Jack the Ripper and Jack's Cleaner and my personal favorite Jack Skellington, if you know the Nightmare Before Christmas. I know all odd and now here do.
Which I'm going to put it out there. There's a whole lot of strands with the name Jack in it.
Oh, yeah.
And Jack here is one of the very first Jacks that they ever made. And Red's going to tell you why.
Well, it was made in the 90s, and it was named after activist Jack Heer, who actually was a lifelong cannabis activist who wrote a book in 1985 called The Emperor Wears No Clothes. And it was pretty much an influential resource for fighting against cannabis decriminalization and legalization. It was made by Cincy Seeds. I think it said it was like 95. It was early 90s at least. I think
they said possible late 80s to early 90s.
Early 90s. It is a crossbreed of haze with some Northern Lights number 5 and Shiva Skunk. Makes some pretty good bud, if you ask me.
Oh, for sure. Honestly, like, I can't smoke sativa generally because I get migraines from it. I'm guessing it's some sort of a chemical in it. If you guys have that problem too, maybe watch what you're smoking if you're not sure. I have a hypersensitivity to a lot of things. And one of them things is definitely I can't smoke sativa. We've been smoking this for about a week and a half, almost 2 weeks now. And I've had 5 migraines. So if you're getting severe headaches after smoking a certain set of weed that you've been getting, maybe you should look into whether it's a sativa or if it's an indica or if it's a hybrid. Hybrids aren't as bad for headaches for me, but definitely sativa is way worse.
I have noticed getting a few headaches throughout the week.
Oh, I've definitely had some headaches, and I'm like, you know what? Worth it.
But at the same time...
Oh, this weed's definitely worth it. It'll knock you on
I could take some Tylenol.
It'll knock you on your fucking ass. Let's be honest here. For sure, I would not recommend driving after smoking. I would never recommend driving after smoking.
I would never recommend driving.
No.
But
not in the slightest.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
first of all,
like,
if you
be
get caught,
responsible.
You can't afford it.
Yeah, so first time you get caught is a DUI.
Driving while under the influence.
Yeah, driving while intoxicated. And intoxicated could be anything that you could be under, whether you're under meth, or you're under alcohol, or you're under, cannabis of some sort.
If you're stoned off your ass, you can get busted.
Oh, yeah.
They got stuff that will test for it now, and it's not worth it. Not worth it.
Second of all, you don't want to hurt somebody.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, people say, oh, what am I going to be, a little slower to react? Honestly, personally, I'm faster to react when I'm high.
I'm great gaming.
I'm actually really good at paying attention because it slows my brain down a little bit. We'll talk about that at some point in time on a different day. We'll talk about having ADHD and what weed does for you when you have ADHD.
Yeah.
Maybe a different,
that's
do a mental
definitely
disorder thing.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be...
For sure, we could have a whole night we talk about mental disorders, like people's anxiety, depression.
I've suffered with ADHD all my life, depression.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I honestly haven't gotten, weed just...
I've had insomnia for my entire life.
Yeah.
Insomnia.
So, I mean, we'll go over all that on a different show. So, not only is it going to be entertaining for you guys, possibly, I mean, I'm hoping you're going to be entertained, but at the same time, maybe you'll learn some shit. At the same time, maybe you'll just, like, come to things with your brain. Like, maybe you've known it all along, never thought about it, didn't think it was a thing, and then now, hey, we just told you.
And sometimes, honestly, when you're ripped, like, you're stoned off your ass, you can honestly answer questions to yourself about yourself at the best time.
I mean, I think that's when your mind is most clear. I mean, for our kind of people.
Yeah.
Because, like, my brain's all over the place all the time. But when I'm smoking, I get down...
thinking done.
Yeah, I get more leveled out.
Yeah,
my favorite thing to do is to get really stoned and then put in some headphones and sit at my desk and just listen to some really loud music and turn the world out while I'm sitting at my desk doing stuff. It's great.
Right. Okay, yeah.
The bowl's empty. That's all.
Yeah, it's tapped. AKA tapped out.
That's gonorrhea.
Gonna herpesiphilates.
So, a little background on us. We are from Pennsylvania.
Yep. Where it's really cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, outside on the porch.
I hate the
in
winter,
the winter.
by the way.
Yeah.
You're going to hear me complain about it being cold and gross outside a lot.
Only
Just
for a
not
couple
fan.
months. Only for a couple months.
Right. I'm sure eventually here we'll have to TP someday if it's getting really windy or some shit.
Oh, jeez.
It's sitting in TP and do this shit. Oh,
We
it's just
take a
horrible.
blanket and we build a blanket fort on our porch.
That'll
We
be our
smoke and said
ASMR
blanket
episode.
fort.
That'll be our pillow talk episode. So.
Pillow talk.
Oh my gosh.
No. We's a no pillow talkie. You're talking about a married couple here.
I know.
Like, do you really want a pillow talk with a married couple? I don't think so.
Probably not. They don't want a pillow talk with a married couple. I can
Exactly.
probably, even if
Not
Red does,
definitely
they
not
don't.
us at that. Oh, definitely not us. Yes, that's right. I myself, Odd, and Mal are married.
Yep. He's my baby.
Right.
Big old ball and chain.
Dude, we
right
had
there.
the best wedding, too.
Oh, it was a great
We had a
wedding.
Halloween wedding. It was the best.
It was a great wedding.
Wild times. So, we decided that we're going to do something that was... I used to have a radio show, and we used to do it, and I thought it was pretty cool. So this is going to be from my radio show that we translated over to here, because, let's be honest, every talk show always has a guessing game. And or some fun sort of game. So this is our game. It's going to be, it's high time to do the Urban Dictionary word of the night. So I'm going to give you an Urban Dictionary word. I'll give you guys a few seconds to ponder it. And then you guys can guess. And then we'll tell you what it is. You guys ready?
Yeah, I don't know what it is either.
Yep, I'm ready.
All right, so what's a mamala? Mamala.
A mama,
Okay.
llama.
I don't know. Is it a delicious mom?
A delicious mom, she says.
It sounds like a mom cookie.
A delicious mom, she says.
Oh my god.
She's like, I'm going to eat it up. Nom, nom.
No. Not me.
How about you, Red? What do you got? What do you think it is?
I don't even got a slightest clue.
So I think I've actually heard the word mamala, and I believe it's like an Italian thing. I think I've heard like Italian people say it. I mean, don't get me wrong.
I mean, it seems like something you would use
Right.
your hands to speak with.
Like,
Mamala.
I'm not trying to be a dick here or anything, you
Hang
know.
on,
Or
let's find out the meaning before you start chanting it really loud, buddy.
so it's someone who isn't your mom but treats you with care, like a cool aunt. Maybe it's someone related to you, and maybe it's somebody not at all related. Normally, a good friend of your mom's.
Oh.
And then they always give a small sentence, using a sentence that said, "I had to catch up with my mamala. We had lunch, talked about life, and she bought me this hat." So I guess you have to buy people things to be a mamala. I don't know about that one.
That's mama
You're everybody's mamala.
I adopt so many people.
So for Christmas time, we have, John Boy come over and Bri comes over, which they're brothers, by the way. Those are my cousins. And then, of course, we have Red, and we have another buddy of ours. We'll just call him the Russian.
Yeah, we'll call him the Russian.
Close enough. This is the Russian.
He'll go by that.
He won't care. And we all had breakfast together and Christmas Day, and it's just a great time. If you have somebody in your life that doesn't have anybody that they're close with or that they spend time with on Christmas, bring them to your house.
Don't
Bring them
let
to
people
your
be by themselves for Christmas, because that's no fun for
That's
anybody.
not
right.
fun
Bring
for
them to your
anyone.
family's bullshit. I mean, not everyone wants to go to their friends and family bullshit, but it's better than being alone.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Honestly, I've been there a few times. It was a little rough after my father passed. So
Yep. Now I got
it's-
Zach trying to move here from Montana so he can be
Wow.
closer with us.
Right. So
Yeah.
we just gotta have us a big ganja family.
And he's bringing a friend, and he's like,
Right.
"You have to adopt my friend too." I'm like, "You bring your friend with you, and I promise I will adopt and love your friend just as much as you."
and that's why you're a mamala.
Yeah, everyone's mamala.
It's kind of a delicious mom, just in a different kind of way.
No, I agree with it. It's fine.
For you, okay, I'm a delicious mom for you, but not for everybody. Just for you.
This motherfucker right here is fine with it.
That's funny.
Oh, man.
Yep. Not like I don't have 3 kids and a bunch of animals to mother. Now I just adopt other people, too.
Yeah. So, I'm going to give you advice. If you has a girlfriend that wants animals, just make sure you get a place in the country or some shit. That way you have room for your animals. I have like 65 yard pets, by the way. I'm not allowed to shoot any of the goddamn rabbits around, or any of the woodchucks, or the foxes, or any of that bullshit.
They're all my yard pets.
Oh my
I don't have
God.
to take care of them. I don't gotta feed them, but man, I get to enjoy watching them, and they're so freaking cute.
I have like 3 land walruses that are gophers and or woodchucks.
I shit you
Oh
not.
my
Them
God.
suckers are like dinner plate size.
25 pound.
They're huge.
Freaking woodchucks. Yeah, they're just dumb.
When they go across the ground, their bellies go blah 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 blah.
Like a freaking land walrus.
They're great. Oh my God. And then we have a pony, and we have dogs, and we have a cat.
And 3 kids.
Yeah, and 3 kids, and now we're gonna get some snakes.
Eventually here. Some snakes.
And we're working on it.
Some snacks.
I promise I will not make Red do anything with the snakes if he doesn't want to.
She's like, I'm not going to attack you with them, I promise.
I hate when people do that shit to me, so I'm not doing it to other people.
Right, well, they couldn't do it to you besides with, like, a mouse.
Do you have any
Let's be
idea how many
honest
people
here.
have chased me around with freaking guinea pigs? It's a rat with a mohawk. Like, bugger off with yourself somewhere.
Oh, my God. So Mal loves all animals, excluding rodents.
They're cute. But
Select
don't-
rodents.
Like, I don't mind them as long as they're not in my house or near me. Like, I love my yard bunnies, but keep them over there.
Right?
Not all about it.
So in the event you got a girl that likes the animals, I'm just give me that heads up. Make sure you give it space. Give your woman space on animals.
Yeah.
Noted.
Yep.
Don't get a horse one, for the love of God.
We're expensive.
You know how to make a millionaire? Yeah, start out a billionaire and add some fucking horses.
Yeah, they're expensive.
Or donkeys. Or any of that bullshit. Don't do it. Because then you have all kinds of shit that can get into. We don't do that, luckily. Not yet, and or hopefully never. Like, I don't want to go do this whole going to shows and
Oh, no.
doing races and blah, blah, blah.
Okay, so
and
listen to me.
fuck my life.
No, we're not going to get into it like that. But will I have another full-size horse? Absolutely.
Oh, I'm sure. Like,
I don't want
I'm
to
not
go
that.
anywhere. I just like having one at home for me to spend time with and do what I want to do. I don't want to go anywhere and parade around. Good Lord. I hate being the center of attention. No, thank you.
You'd have to train a horse to do that.
Be like,
Oh.
No.
Well, Mal likes training horses.
I love training horses.
So, like, that's not the problem. It's the problem of, like, having a horse trailer and having it registered and have, like,
And
all
now-
the rigmarole. And if
Oh,
you go to
yeah.
a different state, you have to have your animal checked out and make sure,
It's pain
No.
in the butt and it's expensive.
Fuck that.
I am more of the casual at home. If I'm going to train a horse, I usually just train mine.
Ride a cowboy.
I get one that needs some help. No.
I couldn't help it. I was like, oh, yeah, okay.
Listen,
I ain't
I
no
told
cowboy,
you,
but-
I told you, if you put on a flannel shirt and a cowboy hat and some boots and some jeans, I'd probably just die.
Yeah, I ain't fucking Letterkenny here. Yes, I just dropped Letterkenny, because let's be honest, that's Letterkenny to the T.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched Letterkenny, check it out. It's a Canadian show.
I haven't even watched
It ain't
Letterkenny.
too
I
bad.
haven't watched it. But I know
Oh,
that.
it's funny as shit. Like, my favorite episode I've ever seen is where they're talking to their Amish neighbors about their kids being gone, and their last name's Dick.
Huh.
So they're like, and his wife's name's Anita Dick.
Oh,
And like,
nice.
oh, it's hilarious. You gotta look it up. Anyways, it's funny. It's funny. So Mel has her own little dinner that she's gonna do. So, what you got here?
So I'm doing the stoner question of the night. Okay, are you ready? So if you smoke weed on a boat, is it seaweed?
Is it seaweed? Like, it's not a joke session here. It's
it
a stoner
seaweed?
question.
Is
Oh
it
my
seaweed though? Because
Oh
you're
my.
smoking it in the sea. It's
What if it's in the ocean? Then it'd be ocean weed.
Okay.
But here's the thing: would it be legal? Because
But-
it's international waters. Now we're asking the real questions.
But seaweed, it's a plant that grows in
Are
the
you sure?
ocean. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you want me to Google it?
I know what seaweed is, you
Yeah,
dipshit. Like,
that's why.
like, who the fuck? I don't know what the fuck seaweed is.
Oh my god!
Are you shitting me right now? Like,
Well, you sure did act like you knew what it was. I thought that was great.
I was like, that's a joke. That ain't a fucking question.
It sure is.
She's like, it is to
Oh
me,
my
God damn it.
Listen, you put me in charge of a topic. You're gonna have shit like this happen.
Oof.
We're fucked.
Yeah, we are.
Sorry, guys. Sorry,
Sorry, I
we're
thought we
all
had a
fucked.
show here.
We're all in this fuckery of a boat together. Yeah,
And
I
we're
just put that in
smoking
there.
some seaweed.
Oh my.
I'm
Do
telling
we
you,
make
people.
this since we're kind of improving it right now?
Improving it. The whole fucking show's an improv. What are you talking about?
I mean, like, I thought we had a show here, but now maybe we should just make it. All three of us might have to have a question.
No, that's mine.
I don't know about that. I mean, we all gotta have our own kind of stuff to do, you know what I mean?
True.
That way we all talk a little bit, because I'm not gonna lie, I know that I'm horrible about taking the most of the talking.
Yeah, but we just go with it, and then I just don't shut up. That's part of our problem.
Oh, it's alright.
I know, we're good.
We're all good.
Wait till we get John Boy in here. And he
Oh,
goes on
my.
one of his stoner rants.
Oh, dude, he'd get on a rant for like an hour. We'll be like, oh god, the whole show will just be
Meanwhile,
just John Boy ranting about shit, and people will be like, oh fuck, son.
And meanwhile, he's literally holding the pipe the whole time.
He fucking camps it for 5 minutes at a time, like, hey, you guys. And then, like, hey, we know how to go on with that. And he goes, oh, yeah, fuck, I'm sorry.
Dude, it's the best. I love John Boy, though.
Oh, man. I miss me some summertime. We have plastic up on our porch to keep the snow off, and holy shit. I can't see my fields. I can't see nothing.
I can't see my pasture.
It's poo-poo. I don't care
can't
about
see
that
the
part,
deer
but-
that walk next to the pasture. Listen, right now, all I have out there is the spawn of Satan, but it's the funniest thing in the world to watch his fat ass run through the field, okay? Because he's a miniature pony that's bigger around than he is tall.
Quite literally.
Yeah, I'm not shitting you. He's evil as all can be.
The only person he likes is our 9-year-old son. The only person he'll go to him, well, you know, he feeds him all the time, and hence why he's as big around as he is tall.
Like, he's constantly taking apple cores, horse treats.
Banana peels.
Yeah, his favorite treat in the world is banana peels.
The boy.
The boy.
The boy. Well,
The boy.
that's gonna be hard with.
I've always called him the boy.
Well, what about your other boy? Your other boy?
Yeah, the other boy. The boy and the other boy.
Okay, and then the girl.
And then the baby.
The baby.
My baby.
The baby.
They're my baby.
Okay.
Daddy's little girl.
Shh, it's okay. I'm allowed to have one kid. I'm telling you now. When you have kids with your significant other, be prepared to not have them like you. Like, be prepared for the kids to have mom is the favorite. And you're top shit 88% of the time. I'm just telling you now. And my kids aren't old enough that I, give them shit to make them like me or anything like that. So, like we said, the oldest one, the boy, is 9, and then the other boy is almost 4, and then my baby is almost 3. So
Your baby is a savage.
I'm not.
She's adorable.
I'm not the favorite ever. Not ever. I was the favorite for one of them, my baby, and guess what? I'm not anymore. It's bullshit. It's bullshit.
She decided to switch on to Team Mom.
For now.
Oh yeah.
When she gets old enough, she'll be daddy's girl. That's the thing.
Absolutely. She'll be back to daddy here. Give it a couple years. However, the other boy is Mama's boy, and the boy is Mama's boy.
Yeah, we know.
For sure.
You know what is nice, though? When they jump on the favorite and they're beating the shit out of her, and I'm like, hey, how you like being the favorite now, damn it?
I laid down in my chair the other day, and 30 seconds later, there's one child sitting in front of me, one child sitting next to me, and one child laying on top of me, all watching me play my game on my phone. I'm like, really? And then the dogs climbed up there, too. I'm like, no.
By the way, we have a house horse. And then we have, okay, so we have opposite dogs.
We do.
We have a Pit Mastiff mix that's about 110 pounds and all pit bull.
Pounds of love.
He is, dude. He's such a dog.
Snugglebug ever.
He's such a love. He really is.
And he's afraid of everything.
And then we have the Tinkers. She's like I'm gonna say probably about 4.5 pounds because she's fat right now.
No, she's probably a solid like 8 pounds right now.
Okay, so we have an 8-pound sausage.
She's a mini dachshund.
That's a miniature dachshund, aka a mini weenie.
Yep.
She ain't so mini right now because she's kind of fat, so she's like a
getting
literal
older,
burrito
and
now.
And the kids feed her, and so she's getting fat.
She was on the table a minute ago. Yeah. I had my sandal, and I chased her ass around the house with my sandal because she was on my goddamn table.
Little brat. The kids didn't finish their dinner, and I haven't taken it out yet, and the dog got up on the table. The little one. I'll be really mad if the big one gets up there. I'm just saying.
You're gonna scratch the shit out of our table with his goddamn claws.
It'll just reenact my last birthday.
Holy shit.
And he ate all those friggin' cupcakes.
That's the only time he's ever taken anything off the counter. I think it's because he got sick for 3 days.
I made red cupcakes for his birthday. And they were on the counter, and we had eaten what? The kids each ate one.
Probably like 7 or 8 of them.
Yeah, the kids each ate one, and I think we each ate one.
And
I
think that was it. My teeth were
hurting. Oh, that's right. You didn't eat one.
And I was so mad because he ate 21 of those things.
Yeah.
I was like, I wanted some of those. I was excited because I was going to have those for like a week. I'm like,
not.
And gone. And I was like, you bastard. And I put him in the cage. I was like, I hope you get the shits. I don't give a shit. You're staying in there. I was
sick.
Mad.
He was sick for like 3 days, and then he was fine. But he's never taken anything off the counter.
I still forgave him because he's still 110 pounds of love. But it was my birthday. It was
Okay, but I think my favorite was when he cornered a rabbit and then it ran it, or he ran away from it because it lunged at him. It was the best. He was running through the yard chasing a rabbit, and he cornered it by the garage, and I'm yelling at him. The rabbit lunged at him, and he yips and tucks tail and ran back to the porch like a big baby. I'm like, really? You are 110 pounds, and that's a baby bunny. And you're gonna, yeah.
Yeah, he's a big pussy. But, I mean, he'll love you to death. He really will.
He's a great dog. Like I said. He may have made me mad, but...
Can't be mad at him for too long, trust me. I try.
I tried. I tried, too. Oh, my God.
I don't even bother trying. I baby that dog pretty bad.
Yeah, we know they're a mumala. We know.
That's
have
not...
to keep that around as your nickname.
I was like, that cannot become a nickname.
That might just have to be your name on here. Hey, Mumala!
You're terrible.
It'll be your middle name. Mal Mumala. Or... Yeah, Moonmala.
Are you sure? Going to Sims talk now, huh? Dude, my kids love that.
They do. Lily
my kids are so strange. My kids are so strange with things, and literally, like, I'll be like, hoobity-doobity-doo, because my daughter, the baby, is like, kind of talking, kind of not with some things, and just off on a tangent half the time with God only knows what the hell she's saying.
She's adorable.
So as she's doing it, I'm like, hoobity-doobity-doo, and she's like, yeah, mm-hmm, and she just keeps talking. I'm like, okay.
My favorite is watching the other boy and the baby just gibberish to each other.
Yes, and they understand each other.
They understand what's happening.
My favorite lately is the other boy and his dinosaur shit. Have you seen him stomp his foot yet? He picks that fucker all the way up to his chest and slams that bitch down and
at you, dude.
This is like the best thing ever.
He's been doing it all day because he had dinosaur pajamas on, and then he found his dinosaur slippers that are like dinosaur feet, and he had to wear them. And he has a hood with teeth on it. So he has been a dinosaur all day today, just stomping around, roaring at everything and everybody.
For like the last week or so.
Yeah.
Literally. He picks that goddamn leg all the way up to his chest and just stomps it. The whole house shakes. I'm like, Christ, kid. Like, what are you doing? Just, just
He's
screaming.
so loud. He's doing it at like 6:30 this morning. I'm like, dude.
Like, give me a few minutes to wake the fuck up, bud.
Please.
Oh,
I
yeah,
haven't had
it's-
coffee. I haven't even had a morning cigarette by that point yet sometimes. I'm like, dude, listen.
And he's like, literally, like, he's Satan. Like, I swear, half
He's
the time.
not Satan.
The
He's
shit
just-
that kid does. Oh my god.
And he pushed his sister off the dresser today. That was solid.
Yeah, that was real great.
I'm like, buddy.
I was getting tattooed, so I don't know. All right, enough about the kids. Honestly, here. So, what?
Nothing.
This look on her face, the look we were talking about the other day.
Man, shut the hell up.
She gets this look on her face, like the guy from the Goonies there, like, just fucking gone out of it. When she's big, she's just like, hey, you guys.
Apparently I get a dumb look on my face.
It's like, it's just a funny look. And then she just stares at me with it, and I'm like, whoa, bud. Like, like, I don't know if it's on purpose, or she just, I don't know, man.
Oh, man.
Oh, it just...
I'm
it-
sorry. It's just the way my face is.
It's funny.
I don't have resting bitch face. I have resting dumb face.
I mean, when you know, at least.
At least you're admitting to it.
You
Right?
married me, so how's that look for you?
I mean, I don't really care what your face looks like when you're baked. I mean, you're not always baked. Just at night.
This.
I mean, tell me I'm wrong. You know.
I can't.
I mean, we don't get
Do you
baked during
guys
the
hear how
day.
much of an asshole these two are?
How do you want to hear it?
You tell me it. I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna be the favorite.
Hoobity-doobity-doo. The favorite what? Of our listeners?
Yeah.
Oh,
Absolutely.
okay.
Oh.
I'm gonna
Oh.
be the favorite.
I see how it
Okay.
is.
Okay. All right.
You watch and see.
You be the favorite. You're everyone's favorite all the time anyway,
I am.
so... She is. She's literally, everyone's just like, oh, let's go to Mel for our problems. Let's talk to Mel. And I'm just like, hey guys, how are you? No, it's all right. I have my own friends I talk to, too.
I know. I talk
Like,
to your friends. too.
all two of them.
Right. I feel you there.
Listen.
I have a very select set of people that I care to talk to more than I have to. I'm just saying.
There's the people you gotta talk to, and then there's the people I'll eventually reply to.
And then there's the people that I'm like, I'll get back to them fairly soon.
I'll get back to you. It's gonna take a couple business days. It's kind of like the laundry, you know. You gotta wait
Man,
to
maybe
fold
I
it.
just talk too much. Maybe that's my problem. Because I just talk to people all day long. My phone's
Yeah, we
constantly
know.
got some message going off.
Yeah,
Like,
we
right
know.
now, it's actually being quiet for once.
Wow.
I know. There's not a single one going off.
Did you know that that's the number one most highest paid word ever in cinema?
Wow.
Did you know that Red taught the other boy to say that the other day?
I'm
Sweet.
so glad.
So, I mean, it's better than the shit John Boy taught the boy. Oh, God.
Oh, man.
Anyways, so the most valued word in cinema is wow from Owen Wilson.
Wow.
He's said it over 200 and some times out of like the 21,000 words or something like that. So in turn, it turned out to be like 1% of all the words he said, or 2%, something like that. Like a fairly large amount
Wow.
from all the movies he's been in and shit. And it's turned out to be almost $3 million worth of wow.
Wait, somebody
Wow.
needs to break down Samuel L. Jackson's fuck. Or
No,
motherfucker.
motherfucker.
He
God.
said it over 113 times, I want to say is what it is. It was like in third place for the most, like the most profitable word in movies for one
Oh my god.
person.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
I can't remember what the other one was.
I guess
There was one in the middle there, and I can't remember what it was. Useless fun facts. I am the king of useless fun facts. So you'll see it. It'll come.
It'll come around.
Just like that one.
I got
It'll
useless
come.
facts too. I was there.
Yeah, it'll come out every once in a while. I'll be like, aha! And then I go on with it.
I do it too, though. That's okay.
Oh, animals. Don't get her on animals.
Yeah, she knows.
It
Oh my god.
the
I asked
seaweed
you,
thing.
like,
We dodged
weird
the seaweed
questions.
thing earlier, okay?
Yeah.
I dodged that like it was, 180 degrees on a bare hand. Like, fuck that. You just toss it. It's fucking, oh god. And you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah, 'cause
Because
all I know
damn
is-
straight you touch that, you're like, fuck! It's like him and Grandma's way where he just grabs all the tray and goes, ah! And just throws that shit in the air.
And
like
they just go off on a tangent of random known shit.
You gotta dodge that shit like it's a fucking bullet at 85.
I'll talk your ear off about it for like 20 minutes.
Literally.
I'm not kidding.
Like, I'm sure you'll see. I'm sure you'll see.
I usually stop when I start noticing the pain in people's faces.
10 minutes after the pain in people's faces.
Yeah,
Just saying.
much.
Just saying. Not saying. I'm just
help
saying.
it.
It's okay. So, we have one last part, we're calling them sections to us. So,
easier to organize that way.
Yeah, I mean, it keeps us a little more in line. Well,
I like it.
We have our time to go into tangents for a few minutes. We'll come back to it. We'll get on with things. And we have what we're going to call 4 sections of the show. So we're going to hit our 4th section right now, and we're going to talk about our advice of the night. So every night we're going to come up with some advice of the night. Maybe it'll have to do with ganja. Maybe it won't. Let's be honest. If you have an entire show about ganja, you're going to run out of shit fairly quickly. I mean, we're just people that smoke weed. We're smoking with you and talking and enjoying ourselves. Hopefully you're enjoying us.
Yeah.
Definitely
And laughing.
read the comments.
Yeah, I'm sure you're laughing at the dumb shit we say, and if not, then, well, fuck you.
Yeah, right. It is that.
That's not how we
really
are.
Don't care. We just we're doing this for fun. We're just
we thought maybe everyone else is doing podcasts. Fuck it, let's do it.
Right.
I figured it'd be something fun.
Yeah. We were just I think we decided to do this, last week?
About a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, yeah. Yeah, so this is episode 1,
We're like,
and
let's
we'll
give it
just
a go.
go on from there. Yeah.
See what happens, If people listen, cool.
So, to get back on topic, our advice of the night tonight. What's our advice tonight, Red?
Oh, fuck. Well,
He doesn't remember.
No.
All right, Mal, what is it? We're talking about not getting caught.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. See, you gotta watch stoners. You gotta watch them.
Yeah.
You gotta watch them.
I
All
was
right.
having a blank moment.
Yeah, I remember.
Vapidness. It's like his mind in the Lego movie when he's like, we're gonna go into the inner deep parts of your mind, and he's like, there's nothing here. He goes, yeah, I know. That's the brains.
Listen.
See how, wave, long by.
You know how Emmett's kind of explodes when they talk about the double-decker couch? See, that's what happens when we talk about animals. My brain goes, and a whole bunch of shit just goes
We're not talking about animals anymore.
I know.
We're past that conversation.
Yeah, I know, but I was explaining my brain. That's all I was saying.
Well, it's not getting caught.
Not getting caught, yes.
I've been in this spot many a times trying not to get caught with many of things. I was a teenager. I did hood stuff, running around, going to smoke around in different spots, having fun, The good stuff, like them snowmobilers out there having fun. I bet you they're packing. They probably got some stuff they pull off on the trail. Smoke. That's not a bad idea. You're in the middle of nowhere.
I'm learning just how many secret stoners there really are.
Yeah.
I really didn't realize how many.
A lot of people are closet stoners, and a lot of people don't give a fuck. I lived next door to this huge ass stoner, and it helped me cover with my parents just getting into the house. I reeked of weed, but I could blame it on my next door neighbors. Again, thinking on the spot and improving what you need to say to not, with your kids or with your parents or just in general.
So, my side of it, not getting caught, so when you're going out in public, or you're getting your supply from your man. That's what we call it, our man. That's our DJ. That's our man. So when DJ's on the show someday, him and his lady friend, it's just DJ squared. Yeah, that's what we're gonna call them. When they're here, that's our peeps. Them's is our dealer. So when we go there, we take a scent-proof jar with us. You could buy scent-proof jars, or you can go the route of scent-proof bags.
There's some scent-proof bags that actually look like they're non-opened bags, but the tips, if you keep them nice and straight, they look like it's a sealed bag, and cops are not supposed to open sealed bags, and it looks like an unopened bag. They can't do anything about it.
Right. So as long as you're being smart when you're driving, put it in a glove box, in your pocket. I mean, I wouldn't recommend your pocket, but have it in a scent-proof thing. Put it in part of your car. The center console's where we always stick it.
Don't be high when you're driving.
Yeah.
Go get it, or whatever you're doing. Like, don't
be smart. Wait till you get home. I know you're at your dealer's house, and he's like, "Let's smoke up, bud." You're like, "I can't."
Yeah, it's
because if you get busted with it on you and after you've smoked, that's a whole big puddle of poop you don't want to step in.
Well, I mean, it depends on what state you're in. I mean, there's a lot of states that you're good for the paraphernalia nowadays.
Which is true.
But you're going to get pinched on being high while you're driving.
Right.
So, our advice, we have, Red put some advice out, I put a little bit out there. Mal, do you have anything to add to it?
No, because I just didn't get caught by sheer frickin' luck.
See, until last year, not even my mom knew I smoked weed.
So, I don't think I got my father to really know that I smoked weed until, it came to a drug test that I had to take, and I had to tell him. But for a long time, just dodging the whole am I high question and all that,
I lived 2 hours away, and my mom hosted an intervention in my apartment because I smoked weed.
After I told my mom...
when I was, 19.
After I told my mom, she didn't give a fuck, but I was over 18, so...
I was 20 years old, and she did that. I was like...
I didn't start smoking till I was 25. Because I didn't want to have to worry about a job situation for me. And now, I kind
of kicked the pooch on that.
I haven't had to worry about that, at least for a good while.
Well, see, I quit to be able to get a job when summer was over. I quit smoking and I got a job.
I did that with my last job for sure. But that job was oof.
I'm not gonna lie though, once I got the job I started smoking again. But then I had to quit again because I got pregnant with
the boy. Alright, well, we're getting to be about our ending time. So we have to get wrapping up here in the next few moments. At least, we're going to call it our ending time at least. So, so we're going to sign off. I'd like to make sure to tell you, don't let your meat loaf.
And I want to make sure to tell you to keep it creative.
And keep it dank, our Ganja gang.
Alright. And on that note, Ganja People are out.